So, what does it really take to build digital worlds for kids that aren't just a fun distraction, but are actually good for them? Well, that's what this is all about. It's the story of a career built around one single mission: creating nutritious experiences for children and families. It's a blend of very intentional skill building and a real passion that's led to some massive global impact. Let's dive in.
And for me, this mission is deeply, deeply personal. It really all starts here. It's right at that intersection of being a product leader, a lifelong gamer, and, most importantly, a father. This isn't just a professional thing. It's about building the kind of digital world I want for my own kids.
So I keep using this term, nutritious digital experiences. What does that actually mean? Well, it's not just about avoiding bad stuff. It's about being proactive. It's about creating things that are genuinely fun and super engaging, but that also actively help with healthy development, spark curiosity, and really help kids grow. Think of it like the digital version of a healthy but also really delicious meal.
Okay, so having a great mission is one thing, right? But actually being able to execute on it, that's a whole different ballgame. So let's get into the how, the carefully constructed blueprint of skills and the core philosophy that makes all of this possible.
The real secret sauce to making this work is a very intentional balance of skills. You've got to have that rock-solid technical foundation on one side. I'm talking computer science, software engineering. But then, on the other side, you need a deep, deep focus on the human element. Things like visual design, user experience, and even social-emotional learning. Having both is pretty rare, and it's absolutely essential for building products that are not only powerful, but also really connect with people.
And this balanced foundation wasn't an accident. It was built piece by piece over years of continuous learning. We're looking at degrees that span computer science, interactive tech, and visual design, plus even more specialized study in social emotional learning. It's like a mosaic of education where every single piece was chosen to serve that one central mission.
So, how does all this translate into leadership? Well, it really all comes down to leading with respect and empathy. The philosophy is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You have to create an environment of psychological safety and empowerment. When your team feels safe, supported, and trusted, that's when they do their absolute best, most innovative work, period.
And that same philosophy applies directly to product management. It always starts with a deep, rigorous focus on the user. But hey, great ideas are just ideas, right? You have to balance that empathy with reliable, disciplined execution. That means using data, both the what and the why, to make smart, fact-based decisions. It's this healthy mix of taking calculated risks to innovate and being disciplined enough to get real results.
All right, so we've covered the why and the how. Now for the fun part. Let's look at how this blueprint was actually put to work to build some revolutionary reading products at Google, turning that whole philosophy into real, tangible experiences that millions of people use.
First up is reading rewards. The goal here was pretty simple, but also really ambitious. How can we use the principles of gamification, and this is where decades of gaming experience really kicks in, to help kids build a legitimate daily reading habit?
And the way we did it was really elegant. We let kids choose and collect these fun little digital prizes right after they finished a book. It created this simple, delightful, positive feedback loop that kept them motivated and honestly just made them want to come back for more.
And did it work? Oh yeah. The impact was immediate and crystal clear. The average time kids spent reading each day jumped from just 7 minutes all the way up to 20 minutes. That's almost a 300% increase. A massive win for building that consistent reading habit. So, building on that success, the next big challenge was, how do we help kids read more independently? Reading Practice was designed to answer that question. How can we empower a child to read confidently, even when a parent isn't right there to help them?
So we use speech recognition tech that listens as a child reads out loud and gives them these gentle, real-time corrections and a little encouragement. It's like having a virtual reading buddy. And the results? They were just unprecedented. Average reading sessions shot up by another 300%, and get this, the number of books read each month on the platform grew by 100 times. That's just a staggering number.
But what about the parents? Remember, the mission is about families. So Reading Insights was created to connect parents to their child's reading journey, to give them a clear, simple window into their progress and what they're enjoying. We built it right into Google Family Link, and it let parents track reading time and see exactly which books their kids were diving into. The goal here wasn't about monitoring.
It was about sparking conversations, giving parents the tools to talk about books at the dinner table.
And the scale of this is just immense. This one feature has reached more than 10 million families all around the world, bringing them a little closer through that shared experience of reading.
The next step in the evolution was interactive reading. This was about going beyond just reading the words on a page. The idea was to build a reader that was super kid-friendly, but that could also double as a platform for teaching those crucial life skills, social and emotional learning. To make this happen, the team created 10 completely original interactive books. And these were more than just stories. They were like little games with branching narratives that were specifically designed to teach kids about things like bravery, empathy, and how to resolve conflicts. I mean, this is the definition of a nutritious experience.
Now, building great features is one challenge. But building entire platforms that can scale to millions and millions of users globally, that's a whole other level. So let's talk about the experience of doing just that.
Google Kids Space is a tablet experience designed completely from the ground up just for kids. A huge part of this was creating a hand-picked, curated catalog of over 3,000 free, educator-approved books. It was all about making sure kids had easy access to really high-quality stuff.
And the reach of this platform is just incredible. To date, Kids Space has been installed on over 50 million Android tablets around the world. That's a massive, massive footprint in the kids' digital world.
Okay, tapping back into that deep gaming expertise, this Skills Suite platform was built as a global hub for competitive casual gaming. The core idea was super cool. It was the gamification of games, basically unifying a player's achievements and scores from a bunch of different games into one single, really compelling competitive experience.
And it was a huge hit. At its peak, Skills Suite was reaching 30 million monthly users across more than 100 countries. It really proved the ability to build and scale an engaging consumer platform on a truly global level.
And managing that platform meant overseeing the entire life cycle for a huge portfolio of different casual games. You really had to understand what makes all these different genres tick, from puzzles to strategy to platformers, and know how to successfully bring every single one to market.
So, after seeing all this incredible work, let's bring the story full circle, right back to where we started, that place where the professional mission and the personal passion really become one and the same. This, to me, is the most powerful part of the whole story. These are the Gary apps. These are personal projects that I built at home for my own kids to help them navigate real-world challenges, like how to make good choices or what to do when a friend is being bullied. This is the ultimate proof that this mission isn't just a 9-to-5 job. It's a lifelong commitment.
So this entire journey, from that personal passion to building global platforms, it all leads to this one single question for the future. It's not just about what's been built, but what we can all build next. So how can we, together, build the next generation of truly nutritious digital experiences for our children? The work is far from over, and I'm really excited to help build what's next.